The patient unfolding. In the quiet, cold darkness of the earth nestled Saijin. She was a small, gnarled root, a masterpiece of clay and purpose, waiting for a signal only she could feel. This was her winter, a time of deep rest and silent potential. Peonies, you see, are herbaceous perennials. Their roots must experience a period of cold dormancy, a process called vernalization, to produce the magnificent blooms that will one day grace the world. It is in this stillness that the most profound work is done, unseen and unhurried. Then, a whisper of warmth. The earth began to soften, and Saijin felt a gentle pull upward. She drew upon the energy she had stored all winter, pushing a tiny reddish sprout toward the light. This was the awakening, the first brave step. The small reddish buds on her root, often called peony eyes, were a testament to the life she held within. It's a fascinating fact that some peonies can live for over 100 years in the same spot, a quiet monument to patience and endurance. With each passing day, Saijin's stem grew taller, and her leaves unfurled like delicate green hands. She drank in the sunlight, converting it into the energy she needed to grow. This process, photosynthesis, is the plant's way of creating its own sustenance. We too must find our own light, our own source of energy, and let it fuel our growth. The sun shines not on us, but in us, as the great naturalist John Muir once said. At the top of her stem, a small, round bud formed. It was firm and tight, holding all her potential inside. Saijin knew the wait was not yet over. The bud was a complex structure of tightly packed petals and reproductive organs, protected by green sepals. It's a powerful feeling, to be on the cusp of a major change, to hold all your potential within, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal it. The moment arrived. The bud began to crack open, a slow, deliberate process. The first few petals, soft as silk, peeked out. It's a common misconception that ants harm peonies. In fact, they are attracted to the sweet nectar on the outside of the bud and help it open. This is a beautiful lesson in symbiosis, a reminder that sometimes the creatures we think are a nuisance are actually a vital part of our unfolding. The grand unfolding, petal by petal, Saijin revealed her true self, a magnificent, layered bloom of ruffles and color. She was a double-flowered peony, a glorious cloud of petals. There was no holding back, no shyness in her expression. This is the ultimate lesson of the peony, to fully express oneself, to not hold back the beauty and complexity that lies within. Saijin stood in her full glory, a beacon of beauty and fragrance. Bees and butterflies visited, drawn to her sweet scent. Her purpose was not to be admired, but to be a flower, to share her beauty and facilitate new life. The purpose of a flower is to be a flower. It doesn't need to be anything else, as Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us. Her existence was a gift, a moment of pure, unadulterated being. As the days grew longer, the petals began to fade and fall, a gentle rain of color. Saijin was not sad. She knew this was the next step. Her energy was now shifting to the center of the bloom, where her seed pods were forming. This is the beauty of letting go, the understanding that a cycle has completed and a new one is about to begin. The seeds were now ready, small and dark, holding the promise of new life. Saijin had left her legacy. Peony seeds can take a long time to germinate, sometimes years, but they hold the blueprint for a new beginning. The legacy we leave behind is not just in what we do, but in the potential we create for others, the quiet promises we plant for the future. As winter returned, Saijin's stem and leaves withered and fell away, but her root remained, strong and ready to rest. She sleeps, dreaming of the spring to come. She looks back on her journey, from a tiny root to a magnificent bloom, and knows that the quiet strength found in rest is just as important as the glory of the bloom. Her story is not over, for it is a cycle, and she will rise again.